When she spoon and like a BB moment, which is like a beautiful black moment. Did we get any of those in this episode?
Black.
We have a chaotic vibe moment of the
chaotic vibe moment. And you're watching Black by Reality.
Black by Baddies.
And those who love us.
Hello, you are watching and are listening to the Black by Reality podcast, a podcast for Black by Baddies and those who love us. And we are back to talk about Traitors US Season 4. There were a bunch of twists and turns, but before we can get into that, I have to introduce my co-host for the series, Quita Tinsley. Hi, Quita.
Hey there.
Hey there. How have you been since we took our break?
I've been experiencing the winter blues, just, moving from the Bay to the East Coast, experiencing what real winter feels like and trying to survive.
That's all fair. We are coming after the day after the premiere of season 4. I don't know if I really had any expectations of the starting cast, but wow, they did a doozy. They flipped things on its head this season, Quita.
They did. For this season, I really wasn't watching many trailers, so I wasn't sure of the full cast. But Alan has twists and turns for us this season's out the gate.
Yes. One of which is that we had a secret traitor, and he picked this traitor in front of everyone, a little tarot cards in a box. Everyone can see the person's reaction, so someone has to bluff, acting like they weren't getting the traitor card. And yeah, based on that whole pick and scene and people's reactions, did you have a guess on who was the secret traitor?
I did.
Who?
I had an immediate guess. Mama Kelsey.
Really?
I did. I
Wow.
immediately, because he was like, "Are you ready to play the game?" She was like, "Oh yeah." I was like, and then she was just like so sweet and innocent, and I was like, "Wait a second, there feels like something is going on in the castle."
I know. I think I was too much in the gamer side of it that I was just like, okay, which gamer could it be? It would be so fun if it was Rob Sesternino, because I listen to Rob Has a Podcast. But I do remember, like, Colton was like, that's a killer right there. Like, the way she nodded, and they were like, she produces athletes, and I was like, can we not talk about her producing what human beings she produces? It's kind of weird. But all of the men were so going up for her, but then people also said she switched, and that's how they could tell. Which I think is very interesting. Maybe she was warm and fuzzy before.
Yeah, and then she got cold and distant.
Yeah. So it was, I guess, obvious. It was not obvious to me at all. I was like, okay, Jordan, we have to continue watching and consider that this person could be a traitor no matter what. We had a mission, which really the only thing that's interesting to talk about, Johnny Weir's, he fell into the water. He missed the boat.
He did. Completely flipped into the water.
I felt so bad for him. And I will say, I felt like there was a weird, like, macho man thing going on, because all the men were, like, leading different boats. I think Colton had the gay one and so on. Stephen, Coletti, they want to act like I know Stephen from freaking One Tree Hill.
Immediately, I was like, what? Do you mean Laguna Beach? The hills? What are we talking about?
Exactly. Laguna Beach. I was in middle school, and that man went to my high school. Did I go to high school in Laguna Beach? No. But we all felt like we were in class and after parties. We remember his girlfriend being on that bar dancing and how he was reacting. We had a crush on Steven, and will it ever happen with us, aka Lauren Conrad, our audience stand-in? Steven, I know you're not trying to act like you aren't from Laguna Laguna Beach.
Exactly. Also, it was just funny to me because there was this macho energy, and then he's like, I'm a captain. And I was like, Steven, really? Really?
Get over yourself. It was like, and he was so embarrassed. He was like, oh my God, I'm not catching up. And we had to move coffins into different graves to basically put a threat. Now, Ron, our actor and our sweetie pie, when they said, put a coffin in Donna, he said, Donna?
He said, not Mama Kelsey, no.
He should have known his game was through by then. And apparently she's close to him because one of her kids, Travis, was on the same show as him.
Yeah. Which I don't know what show this was, so
no clue.
No clue.
But he was one of the few. That and Michael, oh my God, Michael Rapaport. I'm so mad. Whoever at Bravo who is just so dedicated to making Michael Rapaport happen, we can't stand you.
No, we can't.
I feel like he doesn't even try to be nice or charming because he just knows we wouldn't buy it. So his defense mechanism is just, I'm going to be the most foul mouth and I'm going to claim it's because I'm from New York. There's other people from New York in this cast.
Exactly.
I mean,
just like, I'm ready for him to be banished, but I also understand that you keep him around because he's just so loud. He's always going to be a distraction.
He's never getting murdered, ever.
Never.
He's going to be like our season 1 below deck girly. Like, just murder me, like, please. By the next mission, he's like, I don't even know what I'm doing here. Now we have Dorinda back, and Dorinda does the most Dorinda Real Housewife thing because everything is about Dorinda. Either we are at her home. What is her mansion called?
Not sure. I don't watch that.
Oh, season. Well, they always did their trips upstate in this little thing, but then she will always be like, it's my home. You disrespect my home. And it's like, girl, you have trapped the whole cast into the situation. You can't then be mad if something goes awry. And now she's like, oh my gosh, I came back from the dead. Will I survive the first murder? And she does. She's crying. People applaud. And I was like, this is disgusting.
I was just like, Dorinda, you're not going to got the first night. You're not. Like, you know, for a second, I was like, maybe she's the secret traitor, but I was like, no.
Absolutely not. She would be awful as a traitor. So yeah, she makes it through. I think the gamers thought it would be Dorinda because on these games, they don't care. They're like, you're first out, then you're easy pickings. Let's go. That should have probably been a sign that maybe someone else who's not a gamer is in that turret making the decisions. But it was also interesting because like Dorinda was trying to kiki with our secret traitor and Donna. She betrayed Donna sometimes, and then she's like, I'm so sorry, Donna, I just got in my head. And then it's like she honestly betrayed that woman, still wants to be friends with her all the way up to the end.
Oh, God, I love her. I also loved the standing ovation that she got when she
I hated it.
But it was just, like, so funny because it's literally her and 3 other people. And they're like, Dorinda.
Exactly.
And then Johnny goes, hey, everybody else. Like,
yes. Yes, exactly. So, oh my God. Ian. Okay, first of all, let's talk about who Alan picked for the Traitors. We have Candace. Did you have an opinion on Candace getting picked?
I felt like it was a good pick. I mean, she kind of, I was like, okay, this could be like similar to Phaedra. Like she, like I think people will underestimate her because she's a housewife, but she is very strategic. And what she thinks she is.
Yeah, she thinks she is. She kept being like, I worked in the White House. Jordan was like, which one? I looked it up. Obama. So
of course, that makes sense.
Look, we never know. We did have a famous Black woman in that Trump White House, if you can remember. So yeah, she is too outspoken though.
She is. And it's like she's not, like, I get it. She's used to being like the center of attention, which is fine when you're a housewife. But I'm like, you are a traitor, so you have to pick and choose your moments of trying to get attention.
You're saying the person who started a conga line?
I literally had to pause the television and get up and walk away. I was just like, Candace, yes, we needed a distraction. Why didn't you just start an argument with someone?
Exactly.
Ron, maybe? Like, why didn't you start an argument with Ron? It was right there.
It was insane. It was the most like camp situation. Everyone kind of looked at each other like, what is happening? But I guess, and then it was so funny of the people who did not join that line. So we had Rob C. He said, absolutely not. Hide in another room. His girl was Tiffany. And I have my red lip and glasses on because Tiffany be having her red lip and glasses on every time. He said, stay over here. Don't let anyone hug you or kiss you. And he appeared on the Traitors official podcast, which is being hosted with Bob the Drag Queen and Boston Rob of last season. He told them he also was making sure not to drink anything that night because that's how they murdered before.
He immediately knew. He was like, there's a murder in plain sight happening right now. And I was like, yes, Candace, because it's super obvious that you just started a conga line after your homegirl just got banished. Something is off.
And this man says in front of her and Mark Ballas of Dancing with the Stars, he's like, yeah, it's very interesting. They're gonna want a distraction. Who started the conga line? Candace said, I did. He said, oh, you did. And I'm like, here's the thing. Ian Terry, he was out first because he's too smart. He's too smart. And Rob Sesternino, you are too smart and loud. And I was like, why are you open with Candace? You don't even know her.
I think that was the thing. He didn't know her, and he also didn't know she started the conga line. And I feel like he was just trying to start like, okay, there's a murder in plain sight happening. And then he realizes, oh, the person who started this distraction is the person I'm telling my insight right now.
Exactly. And what's very interesting is that he told Bob and Boston Rob that he actually felt really confident that he was going to survive. So I don't know why. Maybe it's because he's like was out of the way. He didn't touch anyone. He didn't know how you get murdered. He just knows I didn't touch anything and hardly interacted with anyone. So I thought I was golden.
Wow. Well, oh, how those tables turn. It was a beautiful moment because I was nervous because I was just like, oh gosh, if they don't pick him, they're gonna have a problem tomorrow. But luckily Rob and Lisa came through.
I wanted him safe. That turns to our two traitors. Rob of 2 seasons of Love Island USA. When I saw he was gonna be in there, I was just like, ugh. I guess maybe he'll just be like in and out. It'll be a blimp. I forgot how much, again, Peacock has a hard on for this white Alabama boy with snake tattoos and like playing snakes for a living. Then there's Lisa Rinna, who I honestly thought she's so lazy. When I saw her preseason interviews, and apparently that's actually clipped from the first episode when they're having talks with Alan Cumming about why they should be a traitor, all she said was, and everyone else had paragraphs on the Entertainment Weekly interview, everyone had paragraphs of why they should or shouldn't. This woman just said, because I'm Lisa fucking Rinna. And I said, send her home, murder her.
I kind of love it. I don't know. I am partial to some of the housewives. I get it. So when she said it, I was just like, she's a traitor. Make her a traitor right now. She is Lisa fucking Rinna.
Yeah, she is. She is. I mean, she always did start the trouble on her freaking show. She made sure to get one Harry Hamlin mention in, so she's still promoting that man. Haven't seen him in anything, but literally. Sure. And I think they're doing okay. Like, Rob also thinks he's super confident, and I feel like he's also looked a little suspicious sometimes.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I think he's going to get away with murder over and over because the gays love him.
Yep.
Everyone's flirting with him. Johnny Weir was like, I want to be thrown around. Monet said, I want to be thrown around by Rob. The effect he has on people with so few words, he doesn't have to say anything.
Literally, Michael Rapaport is like, you being so silent is going to be a problem. And I feel like everybody else was just like, shut up, Michael.
Exactly. You should defend this man. It's like they have the opposite energy and problem. And Lisa, right now, I think she's kind of like playing it cool.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I think partially because Candace is kind of like, you know, she's the wild card for the Traitors. It's like she is often the center of attention, often in the midst of something. And Rob gets to kind of just be the charmer who everybody loves. And Lisa's just the Lisa fucking charmer. Rinna, literally. So, and also I think what is to this group of traitors benefit is there are some people who are just rubbing people the wrong way and are so loud that, you know, they're way more distracting than the three of them.
Yeah. It's a very interesting dynamic, and they never get to meet their other traitor. She's out before anything. So I think that was a better reveal, honestly, because when she got up there and said she was a traitor, me and Jordan were gagged. We were like, we thought that everyone was just on, and it's truly that I don't care about the Kelseys. I think that's my bias. I'm like, why would they pick this woman to be a traitor? And I forgot that white America is gonna white America.
And she's about to be Taylor Swift's mother-in-law. You know, I think
don't care, but yes.
Right, the fandom of it all, you know, again, who many of us do not care, but a lot of people do care. And the Swifties, I'm sure, cared a lot. Just like the amount of Swifties who probably tuned into this season just because Mama Kelsey was on the cast.
You know who also really was aware of that? Colton.
He was.
Colton has been a Peter Weber. As much as this man said before season, actually, if anyone in The Bachelor was going to be a traitor, it should be me. And it's like, why? Because you acted straight the whole entire season and ran away from production? Like, what else is there? And this man is actually just being another one of the most faithfuls until he turns. I could see him turning. And too. His whole theory has been Donna. Tiffany, to be fair, also was like Donna, but also I got my eyes on other people. And like he becomes the defining vote. He voted Porsha first because Porsha
is Porsha.
Jordan had no clue what the heck was going on with Porsha. And I'm like, okay, so to break it down, this woman, because Jordan doesn't know anything about Porsha, Jordan's like, well, maybe she is the secret traitor and is slipping up. And I was like, No. This woman thought the Underground Railroad was really involving trains underground.
I literally told my partner that too. I was like, no, these mistakes, this is just Porsha being Porsha.
It's just Porsha. And she slipped up saying, well, after I killed Ian, which is so weird. It's so weird. How are people making this mistake? She only does it in front of Donna, which they needed more people in that room because Donna, you suspicious. But then
it was Donna and Ron, right? That mistake,
But now that just taints Ron's like credibility, and it was Michael. Michael Rapaport was also in the room too, which does nothing.
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Especially after the day before when Candace had told Porsha that Michael was gunning for the housewives, and then that whole confusion between Candace, Porsha, and Michael, which I feel like Candace played that wrong.
Candace did, but she's lucky Porsha is Porsha because she had to keep questioning herself. Candace actually messing with Porsha's head with the Michael Rapaport lie made her question, did I hear that? Did I say that? Mara's like, I'm sticking out of it because I can't even remember what team I was on. So both of them are not in this game.
Right.
And Porsha was like, sorry, I guess that was on me. And guess what? I also had to tell Jordan about Porsha's past with Phaedra. These people take advantage of this girl.
Who said that?
Exactly. Like, they used her and threw her away. So how do you feel about Porsha not making further in the game?
You know, I love Miss 265 Days in a Year. I love Porsha Williams so much, and I'm so sad that they ganged up on her. But I was like, my girl, I can't even defend you in this moment because you misspoke. And she did it twice. She, like, at first was like, you know, I was like, at first I was thinking Ian was a traitor, and then I killed him, and then like it made another mistake, and it was just like, Porsha, slow down, think before you speak.
She can't do it. She can't do it.
Refuses to do it, but I think I'm mad that Candace didn't keep gunning for Michael. I'm mad that she doubled back because they could have gotten Michael. Like, I get it. NBC Universal producers love Michael Rapaport, clearly, but Candace really could have used that moment to keep going for Michael. And by her not doing it, she also kind of put a nail in Porsha's coffin because people remembered that situation, as Johnny
she really
said.
Tried to walk it back too, because I think the housewives in general don't want them to go one after the other, but that didn't happen. So it's like, Candace, this is also speaking to your skills. Now, Porsha said on the podcast with Bob and Boston Rob that if everyone listened to her about Donna at the first round table, then they could have made history. And it's like, but you weren't the only one who also was having their eye on Donna.
Right. There were a few people. Monet and Jam Jam had spoken about it. Colton was clearly on that train. Like, there were several people already on that train, but it was just like, girl, also you said I killed Ian.
So I don't know what to tell you, but you're not the unsung hero of this moment. So yeah, I mean, what else can we say? I am so impressed of Natalie. I did watch her season when she won Survivor. This woman is built different. Like, she was at the front pulling Colton Underwood. She is a beast in every mission. And also, I just love her fits. She's like, you're gonna get the gun show. You're gonna get... She dresses kind of like a wrestler sometimes, which I absolutely love. And people are really loving her working with Monet.
I love it too. I mean, I feel like I'm not a fan of the gamers often because I feel like they take things so serious.
They do.
And I feel like Natalie plays it well, where she isn't kind of doing the gamer's downfall of only sticking with the gamer. She's like building a more social game. And even in the first challenge, when she like struck an alliance with the other team, she did it in a way where it didn't rub her own team the wrong way. And it also supported, you know, them and keeping folks safe. I just feel like she's playing it so well. Yeah.
I think she's kind of like a Sandra too. If I'm thinking of like, she's been low key. She does speak up. She was like, Donna, this is why I think you look a little suspicious, but she'll fall back when she needs to. She's kind of in the middle of the road. The fact that she's really close to Monet instead of another gamer also shows that she's making connections out here. Like, people might forget she's a survivor person, where people like Jam Jam, they keep saying like, yo, he's one. I don't think, I'm trying to think of anyone else. I guess none of the other Survivor players in this season has won, so he just sticks out like a sore thumb. It's very random that Jam Jam has the most beef with Michael Rapaport, and Michael Rapaport has the most beef with Jam Jam.
I'm just like, what is this?
I don't know. It happened with the shields. Michael Rapaport said, well, I thought we should just stop and like be able to talk and discuss on who is going to get the shield. This is a mission, a timed one, where you have to keep time yourself.
Right. No, and my thing was he didn't
go back and forth with you.
Right. And he didn't start that argument with Colton. He didn't start that argument with anybody else. I think it's like no one was negotiating. It was like the first, I get it, the first 2 rounds, people like Rob were finding shields and passing it off. I think Colton did the same because they knew it did not make sense physicality wise. But in the same way that Colton got a shield and got on that carriage, Jam Jam did. So I don't know why Michael was like pointing Jam Jam out to be like, we were supposed to discuss this. No, babes, you should have found the shield and then you would have been safe.
Yeah, exactly. Very weird energy, but it might come to a boiling point soon. He said, did you feel like you were in danger? And Jam Jam's like, yeah. The fact that you're having fights with him out in the open like this says, yeah, I'm sitting on the throne. Mara, you have to get off. Mara kept being like, no, don't. It's like, get up, find a coin right now when you have the time.
Right. Also, it did make sense that Jam Jam was trying to protect himself because they just got rid of Ian. Like, I'm just like, clearly there's a target on the gamer's back. And Michael himself pointed out, oh, there's 5 gamers. There's 5 housewives. Like, I'm just like, of course the gamers are going to try to protect themselves as best as they can in this game.
Yeah, he's so behind also because at breakfast, they were talking about the shields and how they can be used. And Donna said, you know, one of the strategies is for the traitors to get a shield to throw people off. Michael said, I didn't think that they could get shields.
Michael, yes.
You're the loudest person here and you still don't know the like next level to strategizing. But
he's just loud.
He's just loud. He's just loud. He's chewing with his mouth open.
He was like shoveling food in his mouth.
Yep.
Like, sir, are you okay?
He's not okay. He has not been okay in a very long time. So that was interesting. Johnny Weir also flopped during this competition. He said he was scared of water. First of all, man, your life, your whole living has been skating on frozen water.
Frozen water.
How does that work? And then he was just out there collecting the most and never came back to free his person. And it's like, sir, I would be so angry.
Just like, Eric, I hate to break it to you. You made a bad decision trusting Johnny with your life in this game.
Truly.
did Johnny not realize he was the only person still out there?
I don't know what was happening there. It just seemed like, okay, does he have a thing against Eric? Like, what's happening?
Was he trying to set Eric up? Because that's what it's giving at this point.
No one's going to want to work with him. Now, speaking of, though, Ron said the same thing because everyone had to have a partner in this. He's walking around moping, and they're like, what's wrong with you? And he's like, well, no one's going to want to trust me after all of this. And it's like, you know what you are. You're a happy-go-lucky, smiley person. And everyone, yes, was thrown off that you started being strategized in like Elle Woods with the evidence. But I think you're underestimating yourself of how you can just go under. He thinks he's out of it. Do you think he's out of it?
No, because I feel like in past seasons, there are people who have been loud and wrong and gotten out of Faithful and then bounced back. I think him calling his own defeat is like, granted, especially when you have people like Michael. I think Michael the fact that Ron didn't kind of beeline to Michael to be like, do you want to pair up? Kind of was a little interesting to me. He just like accepted defeat. But I don't know if maybe that is his strategy, is to accept defeat, kind of lay low for a little bit, and then see if he can get back in the fold.
Yeah, I think he can get back. Like, for good reason, this man had every reason to believe. For good reason, everyone believed him. I think it's just like, you cut your losses, but I think him being the closest with Donna is the real hurting chance. He just needs to try again. There is one person who loves working with Michael Rapaport, apparently, and that is Tiffany Mitchell. Now, here's my thing. Tiffany has a good strategy if she was right. Every person in there every good gamer in there will try to spot a traitor, become besties, so you're never murdered until the very end. The problem is Michael isn't a traitor. So everyone's like, why the hell is Tiffany Mitchell trying to be buddy with this obnoxious, unlikable guy?
Yeah, he's a liability. And I think I get her strategy, but even if he was a traitor, he's still a liability. I'm just like, I get her strategy, but I'm like, girl, half the castle is not feeling Michael. So, I mean, I think it could work in her favor if they banish him and everybody finds out he's a faithful, so people won't be looking her way. But I'm just like,
but would they rather take out Tiffany than Michael because she's so smart? I think that's kind of like where we left off with Colton saying, I have my suspicions about Tiffany. I'm more worried about Tiffany at this point than Michael.
Exactly.
Yeah. And he also used her last words eulogizing Ian. She was like, he was so scared to come here. It was about facing his fears. And he's like, yeah, I get that you're from the same show, but also weird. And I'm like, if this little bitch, Colton, if he goes after another Big Brother person, I am over him. What do you think about this rebrand for Colton?
Well, I was not familiar with Colton before any of this, so I was shocked to learn that there was a former NFL player who was a bachelor who came out as gay. I was like, what? But he's giving me, what do they call him? Pilot Pete? He's giving me those vibes, so he just annoys me. So it's like, it's great when he's right, but it's like very frustrating when he like has his like sights set on the wrong person and he won't shut up about it, I'm just like, please let Tiffany live. I get it. I also was a little like, Tiffany, why did you have to eulogize Ian like that? I don't, girl.
I don't think she did too much. I think it was like just giving a little context of Ian coming back. Also for context, Colton, yes, he did the whole shebang of The Bachelor in the closet. He did pick a girl. He stayed with that woman after the show. And then she got a restraining order against him.
Oh, wow.
Accused him of putting like an air tag in her car, stalking, going up to her windows. And, you know, we don't hear a lot more of what was going on there, but all we could do is put two together is that this man chose this woman on TV, and this man was also hiding his sexuality.
Right.
And maybe when that relationship turned left, his desperation went somewhere. So there's a lot of people understandably not feeling Colton getting a chance to be on this show, and we're getting a lot of him.
A lot.
So it's very interesting. Other than that, okay, so I don't know, what else is there anything else we want to talk about or that I missed with people? Right now, we left off the episode with Caroline, Eric, Kristen, and Ron in danger of getting murdered. Of course, Rob also Lisa. Lisa is also supposed to be up, but obviously she's not getting murdered.
Right.
What's our reaction to this? Who do you think is going to get it, or who do you want?
I would prefer Caroline or Eric to go. I think it would be easy to do Ron, but I think it would be smarter to keep him in, because kind of using him as like maybe he's a traitor too type of distraction. And I'm, being a part of the rainbow community, I'm always going to root for my fellow lesbians. So I want Kristen to stay in for my own.
I think Kristen's doing good. Like, I was a little worried. I don't know, because it's like the first time someone from Top Chef is in the mix. And I just didn't know how people were going to react to her and everything. But she was there making jokes in front of Donna, because Donna was like, oh my God, I'm just so starstruck in front of all of you. It's kind of like when I met Paul McCartney, and Kristen was like, get out of here with this whole brag.
Right. Like, what?
Exactly. It's like, what is going on here? She was really trying to play that up. So I love her sense of humor. I think if I had to pick between, I would want to keep Eric. Like, we do not have like any Asian men. He seems sweet. Would like to see more. He was one of the first to get up for the conga line. So maybe he will be great at being blindsided, but I don't know. He seems like a fun time.
He does seem like a fun time. He also seems so sweet. I think for me that also what makes him expendable, because it's kind of like random, because this is also the first pick that the three of the traitors have to make, because before it's like I know they
girls.
Right. Candace was like, we're second fiddlers, but I'm like, a part of it though is like it's kind of good in your favor because there is no strategy that y'all are using. So there's nothing that can easily come back to you.
Yeah.
But making their first pick themselves, now it's going to start being like people can start to put together clues around like who's picking the people.
Exactly. I love their last pleas, like Ron being like, you don't have to do this, just being an actor, and Eric being like, I have a very special set of skills, and if you do this, all the faithfuls will come back to haunt you. And I was like, here's the theater camp energy. Which I prefer over conga line energy.
Right.
But I think if Eric and Ron make it, I think they should buddy. Like, we need Ron to remind everyone that he's a adorable, nice man and not a killer. They're like, he's a sniper out here.
He is. I was just like, please stop going after Porsha. Like,
she needed that, though. She needed that. It's just like, okay, after all the times her mouth has gotten her into trouble, she has not learned how to dig herself out of it. At least learn that.
I think the funny part was like she didn't even realize she said it. It
No.
wasn't until they said it to her at the round table. She was like, "What?" Like, I misspoke then. If I said that, I'm like, you did say it. It's on camera, actually.
You did. Oh my god. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if Porsha got a second chance. If Dorinda can get a second chance, even if they keep throwing her in there and she just says the wrong thing and gets murdered every time, I think that would be worth it.
Right. I'm here for it.
Oh my god. So let's make some predictions. First of all, who do you think will be the first traitor to second? My bad, because Mama Kelsey. Who do you think will be the next traitor to go?
I think it'll be Candace will be first up because she keeps walking into hot water.
For sure. She's just too front facing. I just don't think she knows another way, but it's so risky. And the fact that she was like the last person to go into the fireplace room and she's just like, I don't know who got murdered. Hope it's the right person. I was like, that's dangerous. That is kind of dangerous that Lisa Rinna and Rob are like already comfortable doing their own thing without actually using her input.
Because they also feel like Candace is a liability. Both of them feel it. You know, Rob felt it immediately, and then Lisa was like, you know, so I'm just like, Candace, you're gonna have to be careful, or y'all are gonna have to recruit another traitor that you can kind of link up with, because she's like causing a lot of heat. And you know, Tiffany heard what Rob said about the conga line thing being a murder in plain sight. And we haven't, like, I think that's going to come back in the castle. Like, I think Tiffany will remember that potentially.
Yeah. I mean, I kept saying, I was like, look at Candace in this bright red. Like, it's already bad. She sticks out like a sore freaking thumb. I don't know if she's going to be able to last this.
I was just like, why didn't she just start an argument with Ron? Like, why didn't she just be like, you know, why did you go after Porsha? You know, I'm just like, it was right there. And she's like, let's start a conga line. I'm like,
I mean, you're thinking like a housewife. And I don't know how Candace works on the Housewives. I don't know if she's the one that's stirred up. She's
often in the middle of drama.
In the middle of, but is it like the middle of like with the Porsha situation where she gets confronted and she just switches up on a dime? Because that's non-confrontational, you know?
No, she's pretty confrontational. She's like often in hot water because she's running her mouth about things and has a lot to say, has a lot of strong opinions. But I mean, she's no longer on Real Housewives of Potomac. Which the infamous, she got in a physical altercation with the housewife, Monique Samuels, who's now back on Real Housewives of Potomac. But Monique was let go because of the physical altercation, and Candace remained, and then Candace left. Now
they got to take turns now. You're on timeout now. Okay. Oh my god. All right. Should we pick what our beautiful black moment of this episode drop is? You still got to think about it, got to reach for it.
I have it. I mean, it's like Portia's all pink outfit on the first day. Honestly, I loved it head to toe, even the shoes. It was a moment. I think Portia's so beautiful. I'm really sad to not see
she's gorgeous.
Her hair and makeup. Also, I loved in the first challenge, she took her wig off. I don't know if people peeped that, but I did. She had her shortcut under that ball cap. She came there. She was ready to win. I just think Portia's so beautiful. I'm so sad that she was the first to go.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think my beautiful black moment will still go to Ron. I think him being able to convince everyone on facts that he considered as right was really good. And I think even when he was trying to recover, he was doing a good job, because he's like, the only reason why you think that I'm a traitor is because you never even expected I would be able to make an argument. Everyone's like, you swayed me, you swayed me. Now you're going to be a problem. And it's like, he doesn't have to be a problem. He's working for the faithfuls. You just didn't know what was going on with him. So now you consider him as a total wild card.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. Our chaotic buy moment of this drop.
For me, it has to be Johnny Weir flipping into that water and missing the boat. I was just like, what is happening here?
What is happening with Johnny in general? Because this happens, he does the timed out. I don't think he wanted to do any of the missions. He just wanted to be cute, running around in the castle, and is so mad that they have to do these missions. Yeah, I think his crush on Rob is cute because that whole, oh, Rob, we're gonna do the dirty dancing thing, and Rob just being like, what's happening, and he's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna catch him, and then he second guessed it because he didn't see him racing or anything. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe we have to watch someone going goo goo gaga over Rob again.
NBC Universal producers, count your days. The fact that you have Rob back on my screen and you love him so much, and he's a traitor, so you know he's gonna be here for a little while. Wow.
Yeah.
Count y'all's days.
Counts y'all's days. At least he like broke the seal, and we can have Love Island US people on here afterwards, and we know that they do love a black woman in that turret. So
I better see Janae there.
Serena, any of them would be amazing. Other than that, I mean, is there anything? Did I say who I wanted to? Yeah, I did. I said who I wanted to be murdered. Who do you think should join these traitors if we have to recruit next week?
I would love Kristen. I would love to see her in the turret.
I don't think that's happening.
It's not, but I would love to see it.
This is the woman who was like, actually, don't pick me. I want to see what the layout of everything is. I want all of the answers to the test first, and then you can pick me as a traitor. And I'm just like, I do not think Kristen's going to be picked. It would be kind of fun if Ron was picked, because at this point, everyone already suspects him. And he's getting a little defeatist. Maybe if he gets it, he gets a second wind, and I don't know. It would be very interesting. But that's all I can really think of. Right now, okay, so how do we feel about season 4 compared to past seasons as of now?
I'm like trying to think back to season 2. Oh, I like season 4 better than season 2. And honestly, season 3, it's giving, I feel like they're pretty neck and neck. Last season, that was Phaedra's season, right?
No?
Phaedra was season 2?
Yeah.
Why can't I remember that? Okay.
Yeah.
Because season 2 was also Trishelle and Johnny Bananas, right? And CT?
Well, I thought that was season 3.
Oh, that was season 3? Maybe that's why. Whatever season was Trishelle and CT and Johnny Bananas.
Right.
That's my least favorite so far.
That's funny. Who was in that cast? It was... Yeah, it wasn't that Bob the Drag Queen, Dorinda, Dolores, Nikki from wrestling, Chriselle, Gabby.
Oh, that was last season. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it was the season before.
Yeah. Okay. So I do like it better than season 2, even though Phaedra was on season 2. Last season was just so great because Bob the Drag Queen was so chaotic. Like I just
and Danielle Reyes. Do not forget her.
Yes. Okay. Yes. They're pretty neck and neck.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. At first I was a little disappointed at the turret because I do want a gamer in there at some point to show what they can do. But I've also seen people be like, look, like you had a really gamer heavy situation last season. I think they tried to switch it up this season for more of like the Bravo Peacock space. And I'm like, you got it. Actually, that yeah, I think spreading the wealth is good. I'm surprisingly kind of enjoying seeing Rob be a traitor. It's like he gets so much bandwidth for being the quiet, handsome one that him actually, he said, "Oh, I enjoyed it. I got to play the victim." I was like, right there.
And those of us who watched Love Island season 6,
yes,
we still remember. I'm leaving too. Yes. Who was still in the villa the next day? Mr. Rob himself, the snake charmer.
Exactly. It was so freaking funny. Someone was like, we have to have that level of crash out. The level of crash out of him now just walking into the pool like he was never coming out. He put weights on his ankles and it's like, sir, get out from under that bridge.
From up under there.
In that 4-foot deep pool. Like, are you kidding me?
Not him after the challenge being like, yeah, and if someone's a traitor, that means the odds are even worse. It's like,
so we'll see. I feel like he could slip up somewhere because there's some times that he was like doing a little too much. And like he did the most white boy thing after he got that tarot card. He went, it's like, calm down.
And it's like you wouldn't have gotten it if a black woman hadn't taken the risk for you.
Yes.
Like Candace, as chaotic as it was, and as I think it was a bad decision, she took the risk, and that is what gave Rob the chance to get that win in that moment.
Next time, Rob needs to be the distraction because guess what? If he was just shirtless bartending for everyone, they would have been sad, and it would have seemed like a totally normal situation. But it's like he thinks, I don't know, I think he's like, oh, I am the snake wrangler, I have to do the audacious thing. But he also knows, he's like, oh, I haven't even made out with anyone yet, and I'm clothed. And I'm like, it is kind of weird seeing Rob in clothes.
It is.
Like the first day or like the second day when he became a traitor, he was in a long black sweater and a black fitted cap, and I was like, he looks like a goddamn robber on Sims. This is his traitor's fit. It's so on the nose. I would be look at him, because whiteness in America, they'll be like, what? He looks adorable. He's cold. And I'm like, look at him. He's not a traitor. He looks like he just robbed a store.
Also, it's so funny when like Lisa was picked and she was like, I'm excited to kill people. And then Rob said it. I was like, hold up.
Exactly.
That don't even sound right. Don't even say that. No. I know that's your job in this game, but don't even say that. White boy. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. It's crazy work. It's crazy work. And I love that Lisa and Candace have they are witches. They are witches. And when they got in that turret, they were like, like just having cackles. And literally, get me in front of a cauldron now.
And I love the producers putting Rob's audio over them cackling, being like, I'm really hoping that the traitors, my fellow traitors are cool, calm, collected. And they're like, And I'm like, Rob, that would be so boring if all of y'all were cool. That's my thing. I'm like, that is why I like when there's less gamers in the turret, because the gamers are just too strategy heavy. And I'm like, this is still a game. We should have fun. I know there's money on the line.
Yes.
I get it. This is a serious competition.
Yes.
But the hee ha ha moments that the Bravo celebrities and other people bring, I'm like, no. And this is why I'm sad to watch this.
But I will say, I think if I had to think of like which gamer acted like a Bravo celebrity, Daniel Reyes.
Mm-hmm,
she was crying on the floor, throwing up. Okay, like give her a housewife place right now. So we'll see. Monet is keeping her real cute.
She is
kind of too cute for me.
Really?
I'm just like, no, I just want to see her. I think it's good that we don't see much, so it doesn't seem like she's in danger or anything.
I know. After the peppermint Bob the drag queen of it all, I'm just like, honestly, I'm happy to see one of our queens low-key in the background, because that means she's gonna be here a little bit longer.
Yes, I agree. I can't wait for her to turn it up. Just turn it up. I'm like, but I'm gagged. Like, Monet is outlasting Bob, and that's going to be a very interesting sibling rivalry episode.
I can't wait.
I think that's it for now. We will be back next week to talk. We may or may not have a guest. We're definitely having reality TV guests for the finale. Quita, where can people follow you in between that time?
Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at hello_Quita. Wow, it's been a minute.
And I'm your host, Nicole Weaver. Please follow Black by Reality across all socials. Tell your friends about this Black queer podcast if they're looking for a podcast to talk about this show. And yeah, that is about it, guys. I hope you felt visible of us talking about these housewives and such, and dragging every man we could. And stay visible today. Bye.